Alright, so we're going to start Unit 5, and we're going to be looking at fractions, and we're going to be looking at regular fractions, or we can call them proper fractions, and we're going to look at something called an improper fraction. Alright, so if I have a fraction, it means I have part of a whole. So if I look at this, I've got a whole circle. If I divide it in half, then I could say I have two parts, right? So out of the two parts, I got two parts. Let's say I choose just this part. That means I would have one part out of the two. So I can have a fraction of 1 out of 2, and we can all call that 1/2 as well. That's how we pronounce that. Alright, so if I count all of the halves in this whole thing, well, then I've got 2 halves, or 2 parts out of 2. So this would be called a regular fraction or a proper fraction. And we're going to look at something else. So what if I had one more half? So if I have 1, 2, 3 halves, then I would write it like this: 3 over 2, 3 halves. This one is a proper fraction because the top number is smaller than the bottom number. This is called the numerator. This is called the denominator. This one would also be a proper fraction because this number, the numerator, is equal to the denominator. This number, however, this fraction is improper because the top number, or numerator, is larger than the bottom number. Okay, so if I have a top number larger than the bottom number in my fraction, it's known as an improper fraction.